Hello, in less than a minute we'll be playing for fantastic prizes like a really exciting rally track day at ProDrive live in Warwick, which could be won by one of our 3 contestants today. And those contestants are Paul, John and Marcus. I'm Chris Goffey. Stay with us for Asking Price. So welcome to Asking Price. Now we've found a selection of cars up and down the country that are genuinely for sale. Our contestants must guess the asking price and we'll be giving a point for the closest to it. Now if they guess within £50 of the real asking price, they'll get an extra bonus point or 2 bonus points for a direct head. Now with me are Paul, who's a civil engineering student. Paul, you drive a Citroën AX, but we'll forgive you that. John is 25, he's president of the Students' Union, a Jack Straw in the making, just finished a degree in auto engineering. And finally, Marcus, 27, general secretary of the Students' Union, who drives a 17-seater microbus. Well done. Anyway, welcome to Asking Price, all of you. Now, we're off to a dealership somewhere in the country, and our guide is Brendan.
Yes, a Jaguar XK8, a beautiful model, it has to be said. Silver, with some stone chip damage on the front, but don't let that get in the way. All in all, it is a beautiful car. I have to say, while we're on the point, XK8s, I've got a problem with them. What is the point in having a huge, massive car such as these, when there's no room in the back for anybody? Inside for the front and your fat passenger, it is, of course, absolute luxury. Every conceivable extra. It's that posh, it even calls its air conditioning climate control. Like most XK8s, it's a 4-litre, it's got an automatic gearbox with a sport button, look out for that. Registered in November 1998, it's an S plate and it's got 48,000 miles on the clock. But all in all, a beautiful car in fantastic condition. What is the asking price?
So guys, start work, write down what you think that Jaguar is worth. Bear in mind the convertible is more valuable. The fixed head coupe though still very much in demand. That one, as we say, 3 years old, 4-litre engine, 48,000 miles. What do you think it's worth? Of course, tremendous image and it's still very, very popular car. Let's see what you think it's worth. Marcus as well. Right, so Paul, you've got £32,000 as the value. John, you reckon, well, a professional figure there, 24,995, that's £5 under 25,000. And Marcus on the end, £29,500. You at home, what do you think a Jaguar XK8 like that is worth? Let's find out.
Now, after I'd been going on about the lack of space in the back, I realised if you're an MD or a chairman of a company, you didn't get there by being considerate to others. This car is £28,300.
Well, Marcus, looks as though you're the winner of the first round, £29,500. You're a little bit over there, but what do you reckon to the XK8? Do you like it?
I do, yeah, I do. It's fantastic. Fantastic
looking car. Jolly good. Our second round features new cars, and that's courtesy of the manufacturers. So let's have a look at what Seat have to offer. Seat, of course, the car you used to hire on your Mediterranean holiday and beat to death because it was just a cheap Fiat copy, now of course part of the Volkswagen Group, Volkswagen engines and drivetrains, elegant Spanish bodywork and trim, and this car, the Seat Leon Cupra, a real flyer, 1.8 turbo engine, loads of power, and really it's almost a replica of their works rally cars. So, lovely Seat there. Gentlemen, how do you value it? OK, write down your values there. Let's see what you think of it. Seat, of course, doing extremely well. They're going for really bright colours on the marketplace, big fat wheels and Volkswagen reliability. OK, let's see what you value the Seat at. Right, Paul, you're on £21,000 for that car. John, you're a bit lower there, £15,000, and Marcus almost slap in the middle at £17,500. So let's see what Seat want you to pay for their Leon Cupra Sport. Rolling the dice. £5 under, £5 under £15,000 there. So, John, you're the winner. Very, very close there. You're only £5 under the list price. How come you're so familiar with Seat's price list?
A sad existence, I'm afraid.
Sad existence. Right. OK, so we move on to our classic car round, something very close to my heart, and we really have found a beautiful car for you to look at. See what you think.
Well, now then, look at this. Where do you begin?
Well, we've got a beautiful 1953 Bentley R-Type. They produced 2,320 cars like this between 1952 and 55. It's a slightly larger engine than the old Mark VI, and it's a larger boot.
OK, what would it have been worth then, back then?
Well, originally it was £3,100 in 1953, and the purchase tax was £1,292. There were 16 gallons of petrol for £3.11 and 4p to deliver it.
OK, not too many clues. Can we have a look at the engine?
Yeah, fine.
Lovely. Oh, spotless. Now, how many miles would it have done?
Well, it's probably been round the clock at least twice. On the clock at the moment, it says 1,860 miles. This is the inside, which is the original,
little picnic table.
the original seats,
Wow.
which I haven't restored because I think you can over-restore some of these cars.
OK, a nice dash as well.
Beautiful.
Absolutely priceless. But it's not priceless because that's what they need to do, is give us the asking price.
So, guys, what do you think that lovely Bentley is worth? Get to work. And superb condition inside. I love the picnic tables on the back of the front seats. Of course, big Bentley, it'll cost a lot to run, doesn't do many miles to the gallon, so you take that into account. And how are classic car values holding up just at the moment? So, what do you think that car is worth? Put your prices up now. Paul, you think you'd pay £55,000 for a 1953 Bentley. John, you reckon £30,000. And Marcus, you're down at £23,000. OK, so let's see what the owner of that beautiful Bentley thought his car was worth.
Right then, what is the asking price?
Well, it's valued at £18,000, but it's definitely not for sale for £18,000.
To the billiard hall, my old chap.
£18,000, the value there. Actually, I think even so, he'd still be quite lucky to get that figure. Marcus, you're the closest to it at £23,000, so you get the point.
Okay.
Right, so let's see how that affects everybody's scores. Paul, you have yet to score. John has 2 points, and Marcus tying with John. He's also got 2 points. Paul, £55,000 for that Bentley. That's an awful lot of money. Did you think it'd be worth that?
Well, no, I was just having a stab in the dark, you know. I mean, I don't really like classic cars or anything, so...
You don't like classic cars? My God.
Don't do it for me, mate.
Oh, my God. OK, on to our quickfire round, and now a chance to collect some bonus points by guessing within £1,000 this car's value. Now, once you've guessed, you can't guess again. And as time goes on, the points go down. Let's have a look at this car. Can't see much of it at that point. Buzz when you think, I've got a buzzer, John's buzzed. John, tell me what you think the car is and what it's worth.
It's a Renault Kangol type machine, but it's worth about 13 grand. 12
No,
and a half grand.
Sorry, you're out. So it's between you and Paul and Marcus. Let's have another look at the car. Buzz as soon as you think you know what it is and what you think it's going to be worth. Nobody knows what it is? Do you know what it is?
They don't even sell them in England.
OK, I'll tell you. It's the Fiat Doblo. And brand new 1.9 diesel. That costs a smidgen under 10 grand at 9,995. So let's go on to the second cars. Fingers on buzzers. Let's have a look at this one. Immediate buzz there from John. John, you hardly got a glimpse of that. What do you think it is? And what do you think it's worth? Sorry?
A Citroen Saxo.
Yeah?
And I'd say it's a VTS.
And what price do you think that is?
11,995.
Yeah, that's very good. Well done. Let's have a look at the car. And you're very, very close on price. 5 points there. You're only a few quid out, £11,795. Once again, you've been studying the back of what car magazine?
No, my flatmate just bought one.
Your flatmate just bought one. Brilliant. So, how are you doing at home? And have you got the hang of it now? It's dead simple. Here's one to keep you busy over the break. Put these 3 cars into the correct value order, starting with the most expensive. And we've got the BMW M3 Coupe supercar there, the Mercedes C200K Elegance Estate, and finally the Lexus LS 430. See you after the break. Welcome back to Asking Price. Well, did you guess the correct order for our 3 cars? And here is the order, of course. Number 1, the Lexus. Number 2, that beautiful M3 Coupe. And finally, Mercedes C200K Elegance Estate. Did you get it right? Well done if you did. OK, off down the auction now. Chaps, put on your dirty anoraks and your dark glasses because we're down the auction with all the grubby dealers. Let's see what we've got.
Each week, we take you to an auction to look around a car which is about to go through the auction. Now, at auction, it's not just the quality of the car you're looking at, but quite a bit of guesswork involved as well, as you never know what kind of buyers are going to be in each sale. So this evening, we have a Volkswagen Passat. Now, the Passat set new levels for quality and refinement when it was launched in 1997. Here's one of the first models. The Volkswagen Passat has been through 2 revisions since, but this is still a superb car, and it's been well looked after with a full service history. It's got a 1.8-litre 20-valve engine with turbocharger. A lot of Passats were bought in fleets. It's worth a check to see if they've been thrashed company cars. However, this really seems to be a great car, and the only fly in the ointment is the fact that it's done a whopping 106,000 miles. But since these would probably be motorway miles, it shouldn't be too much to worry about. So, a 1997 Passat on a P plate, what did this go for in auction? Chris, it's over to you.
OK, guys, start writing. Remember, it's the selling price we're after here and not the asking price, OK? Car with 106,000 miles on the clock. Ex-company car, a lot of them about, but still very popular. It was featured as one of the best second-hand car buys by one of the magazines the other day. What do you value it at? OK, so not a lot apart. Paul, you're at the lowest at £3,000. John, you'd stick your finger up at the auction at £4,500, and Marcus would have just been outbid by you because he would have gone to £4,250. Let's see what the punters at the auction thought of the Passat and what they would have bid for it.
Well, Chris, this really shows the power of depreciation. In 1997, this Volkswagen sold for about £15,000. Tonight at auction, I saw it go under the hammer for £3,300. Yep, £3,300. So who was close in the studio, Chris?
Well, Paul was the closest there with £3,000. Very well done, Paul. You're a bit out, John, with £4,500, and Marcus out as well. John, you've written Bob on your £4,500. Why is that?
I think you'll find it's Bob. Bob.
That's
excellent. It's just a bit of a call, a club call. Very important. I shout it all the time.
Is that what you shout at auctions? That's why you don't buy any cars?
That's why
OK, we're off to find a private seller here. So now here's Lynn to explain.
Wow, BMW. Beamer's one of my personal favourites. This is the BMW 740i 4-litre V8, which is pretty fast. It can reach a top speed of 155 and it's got quite a low mileage for its age of 62,000 on the clock. As you can see, it's quite wet out here, so I'm going to get inside for a chat with the owner. Hi, Keith.
Hello.
Hi. So what's the attraction with Beamers? Because you had one before this one as well, didn't you?
Two before.
Two before?
A 5 and a 7 series, and now this 740.
OK, so it was a 735 you had before.
Yep.
This was the natural progression.
It was.
OK, so it's gorgeous. Plush interior, fantastic console. Why are you selling it?
Well, it's time for a change. The kids have all gone, and the business is now finished. I'm retired, so something sporty.
OK, so the kids have fled the nest. He fancies something a little bit more sporty, maybe a two-seater, but he doesn't sound in a rush to sell. So, name your price.
OK, guys, start work on that. A very nice BMW, a 4-litre V8, but there's a lot of them on the marketplace. It's quite old. It's done quite a big mileage. What do you think it's worth? And he's not desperate to sell it, remember? He, 8 years old. Get your prices down, quick, 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 quick. Quick, hurry you, come on, time's up. Get those prices down and show me. Right, sorted everybody out there. Paul, you've gone for £7,500. John, you're £5 under £8,000. And Marcus, you're way up in the stratosphere there with £30,000. You would give this nice man for his BMW 7 Series, and I'm sure he'd be very happy. So, let's go back to Lynn and see what he was asking for that car.
What a lovely bloke. Well, he's trading in his lovely Beamer for a sporty model. How much is he asking? The answer is £15,000. £15,000. Any offers? Sold.
OK, John, you're the closest there. 7,995. You're still a long way away from £15,000, but you get the point. I don't think the guy was in a huge hurry to sell that car, though, so I don't think he would have accepted your offer of around about £8,000. Now to the second of our quick-fire rounds. Same as before, you can only guess once, and the points start going down as more of the car is revealed. Time starts now. So you can't see very much of any car in there. Marcus has pressed his buzzer, so Marcus, not a very good view of the car there. What do you reckon it is, and how much is it worth?
A Land Rover Discovery.
How many seats have you got?
7.
Good.
And what's it worth?
It's worth about £23,000.
Well, you're completely wrong there, and you're out. So it's between Paul and John. Let's see some more of the car. Oh, again, John buzzed very quickly, so we're still not seeing all the car. But, John, what do you reckon it is and how much is it worth?
Isn't that a Mitsubishi Pinion?
What's it worth?
They're about 16 grand.
Yeah, OK, well, we'll give you that. It's, let's have a look at the reveal of it. It's, in fact, the new Shogun, but half covered in muddy water, so I'll let you go on that. And the price, very good, $15,995. You get 3 points for that. So, let's go on to the next car.
Can I correct you?
John's buzzed again very quickly with just a quarter of the car revealed. John, what do you reckon that was?
I think that was a Ford Mustang, wasn't it?
How much?
About 26.
No, you're out. So, Paul and Marcos, it's down to you two. Have a look at the rest of the car. Yep, Marcus?
Is it a Hyundai Coupe?
Right, and what do you think it's worth?
£14,000.
No. OK, so it's down to you, Paul. Have a look at the car again. That's the whole thing.
Well,
what do you think it is?
Is it still a Hyundai Coupe about 17,000?
Yes, OK, I'll give you that. I'll give you a point for that because, in fact, the Hyundai Coupe sells for £16,299, but you're close enough for 1 point there. So let's see how that affects the final scores. Right, so Paul on 2, Marcus on 2, but right out in the lead, John with 11 points, and those final scores means that John's won the chance to go through to the final payoff. Now, everybody, I have to say, gets a prize. I've got some extremely valuable tickets here for the NEC in Birmingham for the Classic Motor Show, so you all get those. But here we are in our final payoff round. Less time to guess, the car is much trickier. And to win this week's special prize at Track Day at ProDrive Live, you need to guess within £1,000 of the car's asking price. Good luck.
Right, Chris, got a young lady selling a car. Sell it to me, love.
It's a Honda Civic ESI L-Reg, but I don't really want to sell it. I've got to because no, I've got another car and I've only one parking space.
What's good about it then?
Driving it, the engine, absolutely gorgeous.
The engine?
VTEC.
Show us what it can do then. I mean, I'm not being funny, but don't Honda just make motorbikes?
Yeah, that's probably why it's better I sell it. 95,000 miles, but it is a Honda, so anything that I've bought has cost me more and it'll just run forever, as far as I'm concerned. Just gorgeous engine. If you listen to that, there's a VTEC in it. So at 3,500 revs it opens up. Nice thing about it, it doesn't look like a fast car, so you get people pulling up and, you know, thinking they can take you on. And
how old is she then?
7 years. She's been mine for about 5, and I bought it from the original owner.
All right, that'll do. You've sold it. There you go, Chris. Honda Civic, 7-year-old, white, good nick. Asking price.
John, OK, your chance. Write down what you think that Honda Civic's worth or what the lady wants for that Honda Civic. And you can confer. You've only got 15 seconds. Come on, write that price down. Let's see what you put up. Go on.
4?
OK, time up.
4 or 2? 4 or 2? I've got 2. Yeah, I've got 2 here.
So, John, you've gone for £2,000. Let's see what the lady wanted for a car.
OK, nice little engine. What's it worth?
I'd take £4,000, but only to a nice person.
Right, so you'll sell it to me for £4,000?
No, absolutely not. Definitely not. It's got to go to someone who knows what a Honda's about and drives it properly. No dodgy man.
Right then, there you go, £4,000. Dick Turpin wore a mask.
So, John, commiserations, £2,000. You're not up to what the lady actually wants for the car, though. I think she's a bit overpriced, I have to say. Thanks very much indeed for taking part anyway. Don't forget those tickets for the Classic Car Show, which is really worth going to, and I shall be there on the Citroën stand. If you would like to be a contestant on the show, the full address of our website is www.menandmotors.co.uk. And so thank you very much indeed to our contestants. Thank you for watching. And here's another 3 cars. If you'd like to know their correct value, order. The answers are on the website. See you next week.